Hello. It's an impromptu live. And this light is so bright. Lord have mercy. The dog is going crazy upstairs, so okay, maybe that's better. I don't know. I think it's the full moon. I feel kind of wonky all of a sudden. Like I should be tired, I should be wanting to go to bed, and I don't because I have like all this crap going through my head and I just feel off. So here I am. And I've been sitting here I think for 5 minutes, a good 5 minutes before I actually decided to go live because I'm like, what are you doing? What are you going to talk about? And oddly, I just wanted to be in the group. It's a very weird feeling. I really can't even explain it because it's like the group for me has become an outlet. Um, I don't know. Do you ever just feel like wonky, like not really yourself, like just a little off? Yeah. And I've accomplished so much really since I started like worrying about what I do and not what other people do. And there's this part of me that wants to say so much stuff, and then there's this other part that's like, there's going to be people in here just watching this because they're nosy. And it's really weird because spirit tells on you. And I know some of them are my friends, quote unquote friends, like outside of this group. And it bothers me. But then at the same time, I kind of feel like if you have to judge me, then I guess your life must not be so great. So, tomorrow I am starting keto coaching with someone. Maggie, the wig lady. Maggie does keto coaching. Maggie lost 185 pounds in 14 months. So I made a commitment to work with her for 4 weeks. She has already sent me goals for the first week. I have a menu that goes Tuesday through Monday. And so I went to the grocery store tonight. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Lisa. So I have this menu. I went to the grocery store. And while I was at the grocery store, I decided that, oh God, this is difficult. Okay, so I'm a food addict. And part of my addiction is eating in private. Oh, it just feels dirty. But I'm gonna try not to cry. Because I'm just gonna tell everybody my secrets. Hi Shannon. Hi Russ. So I went to the grocery store. I bought all this stuff because I'm gonna start, my new I don't know, my new life. It's so crazy because since October 14th I was doing great. I started caring more about what I was eating, what it does for my body, the benefits of it, instead of just eating crap and feeling like crap and whatever. Taking care of myself. And then this weekend, I realized I cannot do a cheat day. I cannot have one single cheat day. Not even one single cheat meal. You know what happens? I binge. I had a one off meal, and then I give myself permission to then just have the next off meal, and then now you can whatever. So it just progressed. So I haven't been doing well. So today I go to the grocery store and I decide I'm going to buy myself some pies. You know, the little pies. I mean, they're not little. They're full of sugar. That's what they are. They're full of sugar. Guess how many I ate? 2. In the car before I came home. Because, oh God. I hate when Spirit tells me shit while I'm talking. Because my addiction is no different than my husband's. Because while he was hiding alcohol, I just hid food. It's the same fucking thing. I'm no better. So this is reality for me. So this is why I call this group Real Talk, because this is the shit that doesn't get talked about. And I don't know why people don't tell the truth. That's the fucking truth. I don't like it. I'm angry about it, but I did it to myself. So I had to get that off my chest. I had to just come here and tell you all that. And maybe that's why I sat for 5 minutes before I went live. What? Did I just say your name? What the? I didn't say your name, Shannon. I swear to God I didn't. So I need to be honest. I need to be honest with myself, and I guess in this group that's what I really promote is like just tell it like it really is. That's how it really is. Obviously the saga with my marriage still exists, obviously. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I have to figure out my own shit. He hasn't stopped drinking, and I know he won't. And I just fell off the wagon. So I guess, I will forever be a food addict. He will forever be an alcoholic. It's just what it is. Yeah, the more that I confront, I don't know, it just makes me feel weird. And it's probably that full moon energy, because spirits, I had a great reading tonight. Thank you. I love you, Jen. And the full moon energy just kind of throws everything off. Sometimes I get really weepy when there's a full moon, like I will just cry. And other times, like this afternoon, I was a little crankish, but it's fine. So I feel like there was something else I was going to say. I don't remember. I don't know. Wait. I do need to confess one other thing. I may or may not have purchased a wig today on Cyber Monday. Oh my God. It's a really long one. It's super long. This one is doesn't even come close. The one that I just bought, I think, is at least down to here. And she was the one that I wanted to buy since I started looking at wigs. But she's always been too much money for me. So, and these wigs are not cheap, because you guys saw the cheap ones. The cheap ones, that one that had like the wig on the top and then a wig sewn underneath. It was two separate wigs sewn together. Oh my God, I donated that to Goodwill today. I'm never going to wear it. The rest of the wigs I still have. Excuse me. And so I pay, the wigs that I have are all over $100. That's what I paid for them. The Renee of Paris, I have 2 Renee of Paris, one more coming. I think the Sandy wig is, the Sandy wig is also Renee of Paris. And then Scarlet is John Renault. See, I had to learn all this shit about wigs. It's fine. And God, I can't remember so I just ordered Riley. I don't know what she is. But they all have there's all these different names. It's kind of like when you think about fashion and Fashion Week and all that and all the different designers. So there's all these different designers that make wigs. So you get to know what kind of wigs they make. They have their own, paints have samples. These people have samples of their hair colors. You can actually buy them. They're big, they're on a loop, like paint chips. I didn't buy any of those because I do research first. So today I did some research on the color before I chose the color, because I was actually in between 2 colors. But today she was under 200, because she's been always in the high 200s, and I'm like, I can't do that. I mean, I could buy 2 wigs for that price. So we'll see. My brown Sandy wig should be here maybe tomorrow, otherwise by the end of the week for sure, because it said the 1st through the 3rd. And that one I know I'm going to like, because I like the cut and the style. I just did not like that gold blonde. I cannot do gold blonde. Not entirely. It has to look a little different. Like this one I really like, because she has the dark black roots. And I just put her up in a clip because I was tired of her. Oh, but then, so I cut the bangs on this one, right? So I didn't take it to Jenny yet. But I missed a piece. I caught this today when I was like looking over here, and I'm like, oh yeah, does it cover everything? And I'm like, oh damn, that's an original bang. They come so long, so long. So I had to take the scissors, and they're actually still really long. This one, so I have to floof them to get on my face. But I actually didn't wear this to the store. I wore a cap because I'm sure now it looks. Look at how thin. I'm so mad about my hair being so thin. It was all smushed down and crazy, and I got a question tonight on my wigs too, like how do I use them or whatever. Well, I just put them on. So my daughter tried on wigs this weekend and she couldn't handle this lace front right here. Can you see it? She thought it was like soft lace. It's actually sharp. They make it look soft in their it's like a real coarse, like screen. It feels like screen material. They make it look soft in their video ads. When they're like, oh, they have all this extra lace, and they just have it like down to here, and then they cut it with the scissors. Yeah, that's not soft. But it's like when you can, like, if I would have left the bangs long, I could have probably like put it back because of that lace. It makes it look more natural. But she's got bangs, so we leave her. That's it. I don't do anything really to the wigs. And this one has, I don't know if you can see it, has a black piece, and it sticks up for some reason. It's like, these are the ear tabs. You're supposed to put those by your ears. So that's why if you see people wearing wigs, they always have like a couple strands out and then they'll tuck the rest. Depends on what that ear tab looks like. I know way too much shit about wigs. I never thought in a million years I would wear a wig. Oh God, at least not now. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my hair's just thinner than it used to be. And obviously you guys know I don't give a shit about hair because I've shaved it off so many times. Debated doing that again now that I have wigs to wear. I know my husband's not super thrilled about them. I don't think he likes me with wigs. But ever since that first time, he's not going to say anything again because that was a humongous fight we got into. It was just rude as fuck. Like, don't say that to your wife. It looks really fake. Oh my God, I'm still angry about it. That's just not okay. That's just not okay. Like, why would you even say that? Whatever. So we'll see what happens. I have a phone call next week with Maggie because she checks in after a week, like after you've been doing it for a week. I'll be fasting, doing 16 hours of fasting and then eating in an 8-hour window, which is kind of what I had been doing on certain days. Certain days I would eat breakfast, other days I wouldn't. So nothing's really out of like my normal. One of the things that she has on there is like an antipasto salad, which is, I mean, okay. Just not something I would normally choose to eat. But other than that, I mean, pretty much everything I've already put into my food cycle. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, on that note, maybe I should just get off of here. For those of you who have scheduled appointments, I will get back to you by email for the Cyber Monday intuitive reading. And what happened tonight on my reading was it becomes, when you schedule a medium reading with me, it just, intuitive information is just part of any reading I do. I don't know. I thought I would put them separate on the website. I have them listed separately. But whenever I do a medium reading, it always becomes a little bit of both. That's the way Spirit works with me. Why they want to talk about that stuff, I don't know. But it's just, my gift is not the same as everybody else. I'm sure there's medium readers who only do mediumship. I'm sure there's psychic readers who only do psychic stuff, but I do both. It's just how it is. So don't be freaked out or anything. I do I do know information, but every reading is confidential. I'm not going to divulge any information. That's up to you if you want to tell people you know about what we talk about or what I might know about your life, because spirit tells on you sometimes, or like I'll tell on myself because spirit makes me. Like when I started doing lives in this group, I just thought I was coming here to help you guys and talk about my life and whatever. And I do talk about my life. I talk about my life because I'm an open book. I mean, I care what people think, but then I don't. So, and I feel like this is more about my healing. But what I've figured out is that the more honest I get in this group, the more people I have coming into my inbox. And y'all, I'm so sorry that so many of us live with these secrets about our life, because that honestly pissed me off. When I posted about the piss all over the bathroom, I couldn't believe the number of messages I got. I was shocked. And I'm like, why is everything such a fucking secret all the time? Because we're so ashamed, embarrassed. What are people going to think about me? We live these fake lives on social media that's just like, everything's perfect. Our life is so great. Like whatever you want to, pictures of your cat and your house. And I just bought this and we have that and everything's so great. And in reality, your marriage is a mess. Your kids have problems. Your grown children maybe have drug issues. Like there's all this shit that we just cover up because we're so worried about what everybody else thinks. Whatever, fuck it, man. Like, if you don't like me, then you don't belong in this group, and you sure as fuck shouldn't be my friend. That's where I'm at in life. That's where I'm at. We're talking real shit today, because I am done. I can't deal with keeping it a freaking secret anymore. I just cannot. That's my breaking point. My first husband was an alcoholic, and he was also physically abusive. And I kept that shit a secret for so long. My heart is racing right now. Oh. And everybody loved him. Oh, and it just like made my skin crawl, because I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, you have no idea who this man is when you leave. He was just a big schmoozer. Everybody thought he was a great guy. Right. And I covered that up too. And I still, I think I've talked about that already. I don't remember the first time he hit me. So many people don't want to hear about the negative stuff. I had basically no friends when my life was at its worst. They have enough problems, so I don't think they want to hear your problems. Well, I don't care. This is my group. I talk my face off in here. It's what I said since the first time I did a live. I'll just come back next week and talk my face off, and I don't care. It is tragic that people as a whole don't have proper coping skills, that we were never given the tools to deal with life, and that instead we've created all of these ways to escape: food, alcohol, drugs, excessive shopping for wigs. I mean, I feel like there's always something. Oh, it's gambling. Some people gamble. Yeah, I think there is a good number of people that want to hear it, but like I said, when I first came on here, I know that there's people in this group that are literally watching my lives so they can judge me, because Spirit tells me. I know they are. I love my wigs too. So at some point, there's probably going to be some people that are just going to get bounced from the group, because I don't want to keep hearing about it. I'm kind of giving them a chance right now to like self-reflect. I would hope when you're watching me like spew all of my freaking life stories out that you would like take a look at your own life and realize that you're maybe not as perfect as you've portrayed yourself to be, or whatever. I don't know. I just come in here and talk. I don't know what you guys are thinking on the other side, or why you keep listening. Why you keep listening to me, for that matter. And I know that more people watch the live replays. Some people don't want it's for it to be known that they're actually watching, or comment like you guys are commenting, because then everybody can see that you're actually in here. The people that watch these most often are actually my friends outside of this group. That's just because you know me, you have a history with me. But yeah, so coping skills, I didn't do so well on that today. I ate my feelings. And this is the part of me that I will always have to deal with. It will always be a struggle for me. And I know that. I just thought, oh God, I've made it so far. I started in the middle of October. Here we are at December. And it doesn't matter, that whole do it for 21 days and it becomes a habit. Yeah, that shit don't matter when you have an addiction. Tomorrow is a new day. Yes, I'm excited. I feel like asshole. That's what happens to me when I eat sugar. And I can probably imagine I'm going to have a headache at some point. But it's okay. I'm used to headaches, actually. I get them a lot. I started getting them a little bit less, but the minute I eat something bad, so this is crazy. Generally I don't eat anything processed anymore unless it's like, I don't even really eat lunch meat. But I do eat like some of the low carb bread or tortillas. Tortillas are better for me. There's something that they put in the bread. It makes me like have massive acid reflux. But, I can't say today I did bad. Yesterday I did bad. Yesterday for dinner I went to McDonald's, which I haven't had McDonald's food in forever. Since I started. Because I don't go out to eat. I don't eat that stuff. I eat steaks, and I eat broccoli, and I eat beans, and like lots of butter. But I ate McDonald's and my freaking legs hurt. There's something they're putting in our fucking food, man. Oh my God. Like that's so bad for like, especially like heavy people like me. Like your joints hurt, like your knees hurt, like the back of my left leg used to hurt so bad, and that hasn't hurt. But yesterday I had knee pain, and from like my knees down in the front, not sciatica, very different. So anyways, I'm just rambling about my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I wish Spirit would have told me. Like I sat here forever. Like I just wanted to be in this group. There must be an energy in this group. I don't know. Anyways, tomorrow's a new day. Oh, now I know what it was. It's extremely personal, though. I did create, my whole life is scary sometimes. I did create a Zoom profile because I think at some point we're going to have, but maybe I would want to switch over to Zoom. I don't know. It's like Spirit's forcing me to say this shit, and it just is like, it's extremely personal. I mean, I talk about everything, obviously, but just turn off the video or log off, because I'm about to talk about our intimate life. Just giving you a fair warning in case you're just like, oh no, I don't want to hear that at all. And I'm not going to give in gory details, but it's like, we are not intimate. I don't know. Nobody talks about that either. Like, what's the going average for how many times a couple is intimate after they've been married forever or known each other forever? Because I can tell you what, I know it's not once every month and a half. The fuck? But you know what happens now? I've turned him down twice. Because I set a boundary with him. If you're drinking, I'm not participating. and he's still drinking. And I don't want that. And so last night he just thought that we were going to be intimate, and I'm just like, the last thing I fucking want is to go to bed and just have him like start touching on me. Like there's no, it's like, I'm one of those people, if you're not making love to my mind, it's going to take you a hot fucking minute to get in my pants. So if we're so completely disconnected that we're barely talking about anything, and then you think that you're just going to fuck me, like that's not who I am. I get that he's my husband, but that's a hard no. So today he was pretty moody. Well, I'm sure. I don't like to be turned down either. Rejection fucking sucks no matter which way you're receiving it. And what I was speaking to, okay, so I'm not alone. Yeah. I felt like I don't want to compromise myself just to do it. Like it's not like I'm not going to get anything out of it. That's not the point, but it feels like a goddamn chore. I'm like, it shouldn't be that way. Like I should, or both of us should want to participate in that, obviously, but I'm like, you can't just do that. You can't just expect that that's going to happen when we're not talking. We spend most of our time apart and we live in the same house. No. So I felt okay about it. I felt like, oh, thank God I didn't do that, because I would have just been like, oh, why? And it, like, again, it's a struggle to start, because there's no intimacy without being physical. Then why do I want the physical piece of it? So he was very moody today. And I tried talking with him, and of course, just about random stuff. Yeah. Well, and this isn't the first time we've gone through it, but this is the first time I've actually set a freaking boundary and kept it. And I think that's part of it too. I think that he doesn't know me now. Because before, when I would say something like, well, I'm not going to do that or what have you, I would always just give in. And now it's been a very hard stop for me. Once I said, when you drink, I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to be around you, whatever. I love you. I'm just going to exclude myself from your life at that point. I think he just thought that would go away, or, time would pass and I would just go back to the way things used to be, and I'm not. So he's doing exactly what I did today. He's drinking more. Like I ate pie, and now he's drinking more, because that's how he deals with his emotions. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for either one of us. If the man's never going to talk about how he feels, if you cannot be intimate emotionally with your spouse, what the hell are you doing? I gotta ask myself that all the time. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And it just makes me mad, because when I've talked with friends about it, I feel like we really could be something great. And people love us. Like, everybody thinks we're so funny and blah, blah, blah. But again, it's kind of like my first marriage. Like, you don't know really what we're going through. You have no idea. Because anything that's posted on social media is always happy. It's not necessarily happy. It's just blah here. And I get that relationships have up and downs. I'm not oblivious to that. I've been with him. Well, Jesus Christ, Michael's going to be 22 years old. So I have known Miguel and been with him for 23 years. Minus when we were divorced. Yeah. Nobody does know what's going on behind closed doors. So the same people that are judging my relationship because I choose to be open about it are the same ones that probably have experienced exactly what I'm saying. But they don't want to talk about it because they don't have to. I I, I never will come into this group and be like, "Well, you should talk about it because that's how you're going to heal from it." That's not, everybody has their own shit and their own way to process that shit. My way is not the best for everybody. It's just like I posted today about spirituality. It's very individual. So is healing. Spirit and I have decided that my healing comes from this group and me talking my face off about real shit. So here I am. Just randomly today I couldn't keep it in. It's like video diary, but with people that will talk back sometimes. On a good positive note, no problems with that tooth. I think we might be on the upswing. I don't go back until next week. Is it next week? Next week, Thursday, so I still have like over a week to go, but yeah, fucking Spirit. I tell you, Jen, I can't even with Spirit. They do whatever they want with me sometimes. I'm their messenger. And it's so interesting because one of the first spirit guides I met was by the name of Jacob. And tonight, before I had my reading, I'm like, okay, Spirit, we're going to do this. And I'm like, talking to them to kind of calm myself down because I'm always nervous before I do a reading. Like, oh my God, what if nothing happens? Or what if I say the wrong thing? Like, that's my brain. Yeah, it is awesome about the tooth, Ann. Thank you. I'm so excited that I can finally eat on that side and I have no pain. Because that was it ended up being like 7 weeks by the time it actually healed. But yeah, so I'm talking to a Spirit. And I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. And, you got to call in all my ancestors, who are going to help me speak their language because, you got to raise your vibration and all this. It's all this extra stuff that I do. And sometimes I don't do anything. But today I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit flat on the floor and I'm going to, ground myself into Mother Earth. And then I heard him say his name. And I'm like, oh, I heard that. Okay, so you're already here. I hope you're going to help me. And the reading was great. Well, at least I thought it was great. You probably want to ask her. But yeah, and so everything was fine. But Spirit kind of does what they want. They talk to me at will. Like I said, I'm just the messenger sometimes. So I will be scheduling those the Cyber Monday readings of the people that I've already had contact with. And because now, literally from the time that I left my house to go to the grocery store, I had 4 bookings. I was gone to the grocery store for an hour. And I literally came home and I was just like, what the hell is going on? I did 1 reading and now Spirit's like, oh, we need to book your schedule. If I could just quit that day job someday, right? Okay, well, I'm done jabbering on for no reason for 30 minutes. We'll see what other things that Spirit would like me to divulge. Most times I think I'm going to keep my lives to Sundays. They just seem to work best for people or for me. And I think it's just maybe better to have a schedule. I don't know. I'm a planner. So this was very impromptu for me. And maybe that's why I'm so kind of all over the place. Anyways, I will see you guys soon. Good night.